and welcome to another episode of Health Show with Amara. The definition of health. WHO defines health as a state of physical, mental, and social well-being, and not necessarily just the absence of ailments or diseases. Life is a journey, and the goal is to achieve a successful and a calmer life. Success to some people is a destination. However, other people take it as a journey which may be full of sometimes failures or sometimes achievements. Successful people take these failures as a step towards further achievements, but some may take the negative impact, which can not only affect their mental health but can affect them in their physical well-being as well as their social interaction with people around them. So all these ailments, be whether physical or mental, they can be treated with medicines, but not all of them require medicines, because some of these ailments could be treated with simple counseling, coaching, or sometimes spiritual healing. And spiritual healing does not necessarily mean religious healing, although it can be linked. The concept of immediate personality development, it has revolutionized how these people could be cared for. And the concept was introduced by an individual who has actually contributed hugely in this particular field without a need to use medicines. His name is Dr. Hadi Eltonsi, who is an Egyptian writer, and he has worked as Egyptian ambassador to various countries. In fact, he's a medical doctor who is now working as psychotherapist and a life coach. Let's welcome Dr. Hadi. Hello, Dr. Hadi. How are you today?
Hello, Dr. Amara. It's a pleasure to talk to you and to your viewers in your distinguished channel.
Thank you very much for your time that you are sparing and you're joining us from Hungary, as I understand correctly.
Yeah, welcome.
So tell us about this concept of immediate personality development and how does it influence people's life, as well as does it help to treat physical problems as well?
Well, I would like first to count the advantages of this immediate personality development at distance, which is I'm patent for it, and it's published in a British journal as a research article. This healing in just one day, few hours of one day, it can change the personality by, first thing is eliminate all negativity and tensions and traumas, enhance the positivity, arrive with the personality to the highest possible degree of happiness, inner peace, efficiency, and maturity. The person will be will have a leadership mentality, will be troubleshooter, can motivate people, and solve problems while feeling at ease. So it's the astronaut level. A person who is selfless, who's having 100% of his emotional attention outside himself to feel finer, to realize deeper and more comprehensive, to take decisions swiftly and correctly and decisively, and to implement them well with accuracy and quickness. So this is part of it, which is the leadership mindset. It's done for everyone. But apart from this, I can help the person change his emotion, his family, social, and professional relations to take more productive attitude to understand other people well and to make win-win situation, to be able to be a speaker, to remove neurotic disease like depression, phobia, and anxiety, and obsession, to remove psychosomatic disorders, and also the negative habits, so the person will have deeper sleep, the hours he wants. He can also eliminate obesity and smoking addiction without suffering.
So
So
tell our viewers how
all
it is done and how do you follow up the progress in your clients?
okay. It is composed of two parts. One part is done by video call. It takes around 3 hours, where I take general information about the person. I ask for his complaints and goals in all these fields. I see the traumas he had and also the problems he have in life, whether it is social or else. And it's very important to arrive with the person to the childhood time, where 95% of our mind is formed. So family relations are very important, and they unconsciously influence our behavior. So this almost 3 hours, it's important to arrive to a joint analysis of the character and definitions of the goal. But this is all through the conscious mind, which is 5% of our mind. What is really very challenging, what's very new in this, is that at night when the person is sleeping, I imprint what we agreed on as if it happened onto his unconscious mind. So the 95% will be like the 5%. The person automatically will be able to achieve the goals and to feel well. The next day, once he wake up, I ask him, most important, to see if he receives the message, he will feel like nothing negative inside him bothering him. He will feel comfortable and he will feel all his attention is going outside. I will tell him, use your emotional attention. From now on in life, to what's good, to what is to your interest and your pleasure, and without trying to observe yourself, analyze yourself, or to doubt, or to recall the negativity. And at the end of the day, we see that everything that had happened. So it is very good just in one day. It's life transforming. It has immediate effect, comprehensive effect, and it's without medicaments, without without pain, without effort, nothing. Just one day, it changed the character. I know it looks very beautiful, and maybe I will have the chance here to clarify the things, but to for your viewers to have to be sure of this, to listen to vocal testimonials, written testimonials, to see the CV, to see the seminars, the films, and the certificates. Everything can be found in my official site, which is Dr. Hadi Eltonsi, one word, .com. So they will find everything in this in Arabic and in English also.
Yes, so if I am understanding correctly, this is not necessarily done or processed in person. You can do it remotely as well?
Yes, I do it remotely. I was doing first in physical presence, but in physical presence, the person has to be hypnotized in just 1 2 hours, maybe in a place he's not accustomed to sleep in. Maybe he's in a different country, so he doesn't have the possibility. He will take time to arrive to the place and so. And now I do it always remotely, anywhere to anywhere on earth. If you are in California, in Chile, in Kazakhstan, in Norway, no problem.
Okay, that's
The
great.
thing is that, yeah,
And do you see if there are any obstacles or any complications with this kind of therapy or treatment, whatever you call it?
no complication whatsoever. The person will have only what he agrees on, nothing worse apart from this. And the obstacles, if a person first, a person should want, okay, this. He should give complete information, especially the most critical ones, because there lies the main problems. If he's not telling it or telling something else, well, he's not helping himself. And then uh, when uh, when he wakes up, he will feel that all his energy is going outside of himself. He will know that he can easily do this for life. But some people, when they are having too much problems and shocks and so, they forget this rule, and they start living in their negativity or living in the problems they have. So inside, they live inside themselves. And so after some time, few people, I mean, few percentage, they like to have that night session being repeated. And but 96% of the cases I treat, they are relieved. And it's important also to say that before I make this healing or immediate personality development, I need to have a call from the person to know if it is in the framework of what I'm doing, because I'm not doing to children under 12 years. They will not have the insight or the capacity to speak for 3 hours and analyze. They don't have it. Even if they are more grown up, then I will need to know a background from their parents, and I will do for the child, for the adolescent, whatever he agrees on. The other thing, I don't treat psychotics. I don't treat addicts except if they are kept in hospital, because because I can make them okay, but then if they are tempted or persuaded by their company to come back to it, then I don't, my work is built on credibility. I don't need failures. But if the addict is already healed and he's passing through the psychological and social rehabilitation, of course, I can do it for him.
That's great. So, what I'm understanding is that people have to be very open and honest with you, and they have to share all the events in their life in order to get benefit from your treatment.
Yes, I will ask them questions, and also in part of after these basic informations, I ask them about their family and the profession, graduation, whatever, because it gives background, and then I will ask them and help them also in answering about the goals, the complaints they have. They should speak not only about what they feel now, but what they felt when they were children, because at this time the unconscious mind, the 95% of the mind was formed. So, for example, if they were afraid from the parents at that time, and now they are not afraid, well, we'll have to speak about that fear, okay, and
Okay.
include it, because my interest is to make the person the best version of themselves.
And how is your methodology different from other treatments that are psychological or other various therapies and methodologies?
Okay, my method includes several things. First, I'm a medical doctor, so of course I know how the diseases come from and what's psychosomatic, and also I use it. The other thing I use the analysis. The analysis. I started first with group psychotherapy. Then I knew how the Americans are choosing their astronauts to live completely outside themselves. So this I also use it. And then I use reiki for distance healing, and I use hypnosis while in the night session, and I use telepathy, and I impersonate very well. I forget myself. I live as if I were the person in the future and live it passionately. Einstein say to live as if the things has been done. It is not philosophy. It is physics. And also he says to live life start when you live outside yourself. I make the person live outside themselves. There is differences with psychotherapy, let's say, because though my first session looks like my first part of the session looks like psychotherapy. For example, in one time with me was a PhD in psychotherapy. He used to tell me, I bring the client 12 times in a month. But then you make it in one time. Why? Because he speaks to the 5%, to the conscious mind. And I imprint into the other thing. Difference from hypnotherapy, because in hypnotherapy, for example, the Freudian way, it depends on suggestions during a dialogue. I don't make, during hypnosis, I make interperson personal silent hypnosis. So when I was making it in physical presence, I was not making at all. I was not speaking at all after we arrived to the after we arrived with the client to the joint analysis and the definition of goals. I just tell him lay down, and then I live as if I were this person being hypnotized and send to him this feeling. So it is also it doesn't it's different from psychiatry, because I don't use drugs. I don't say the person to eliminate your drug or anything. If the person, let's for example say that he was depressed and he's taking antidepressant, I tell them, okay, after some time, go to your doctor and tell them how you feel, and he will manage your your doses, or eliminate or decrease or whatever. It is not a substitute for any approach to heal the people, but it's another offer, and the person will choose whatever he wants. And also the concept that our passion, the Americans found that we are all connected by a field, an unseen field, where our passion can change the DNA even in hundreds, after hundreds of miles. I make it thousands of miles. Doesn't matter. When you change the DNA, not by capsules that I describe or whatever. No, it's the person himself find his need. Then there is a chemical chemical effect of what I'm doing, but it is the chemical effect the person needs, not that I'm guessing it. Also, there
Okay.
is difference with psychiatry. For example, some cases, maybe you will find this in one of the vocal testimonies in my side. They had 14 years of depression. Look how much time they went to a psychiatrist or took antipsychotic, psycho. They took drugs, and then also it didn't help them. They wasted a lot of years of their lives, and if they were thought to be healed, they may have they may be ill again because. But I put them on a very high level of maturity, inner peace, and so they will not have any disease whatsoever. I mean, psychiatric disease whatsoever after this. So it is one of the methods of healings, and the person will choose whatever he wants. I want also to be clear about one thing. When I make it on distance, I found out that the people normally, when they sleep, they know they are more alert because they are expecting a big change. Sometimes they are not able to sleep. So I'm not describing pills for them. I will tell them, okay, if you are not taking pills, just use melatonin. Melatonin, it's a supplement. It's not it is present in any pharmacy. It's a hormone that is secreted in our body every night to make us feel that it is dark, so we sleep. So they will just take a higher dosage of it to make them sleep. I will tell them, write me in WhatsApp, on WhatsApp the hours you sleep and wake up through the night till the morning. And when I see in WhatsApp they are sleeping, then I send them the healing message.
Okay. So now note that you have done a lot of research on your work, but are there any other studies performed by others to evaluate or assess your concepts or your work that you are doing?
Well, I really, um, well, my research, I had two research articles in British journals, meaning blindfolded peer reviews before it's published. It is there in conferences, in films, in seminars. It is also, it was chosen by international publishing house specialized in discoveries. It was chosen as a chapter out of 12 chapters in reference book about these discoveries. They considered it one of the best in the year 2021. I really tried to contact. You are in Britain. Why not? Why not Oxford or Cambridge or any other prestigious institution? Try me to assess the results, to adopt this healing, and to spread it to the world, because this is a medical revolution. It is life transforming. I'm ready to also, if they offer me talented trainers, I mean psychic trainers who know about telepathy, about hypnosis, about reiki. I'm a reiki master also, of course. So I can train them, and and then this can be spread. They can train others. If you go to any bank or company or institution, and you make this leadership mindset in the managers level or the sub managers, whoever they want, this means that these people will be troubleshooters. They will be able to motivate. they can be more creative, more productive. So this institution will have better production, quantity and quality wise, and also the climate of work will be better. You can change, and like you change an institution, you can change the society, you can change the world.
So I
So
agree that a lot of people who
I
are
want this to spread, not only for my personal benefit. I want this. This is a gift given into me, and it has to go to the people. So
definitely. Of course,
hopefully
like your
through
work
your
has been
channel,
acknowledged, but at the same time, have you got any courses that you are running to train others so that your word could be spread all over the world, especially when it doesn't involve the use of medicines? And a lot of people are quite skeptical about the use of any medical therapies because of the risks and side effects, and more so they are worried about this increasing incidence of cancers. So how do you spread the word currently? And of course, like a lot of work needs to be done, but what is the current situation?
it is, well, I want to be honest with people. If normal people who are just psychotherapists or psychiatrists and so, and I give them a course, and they don't have these psychic talents, they don't know about hypnosis, don't know about reiki, they don't know how to impersonate and and move energy, then they will come out with a course and say, okay, we it was difficult to do the same healing. I need people who are chosen. The second part, especially the first part, I can say it, and the people may do it or may do something similar. But the second part, imprinting into the unconscious mind, it needs talented trainer. And those talented trainers, I hope they can be available through a scientific institution, a university, an institute of those parapsychology and so. And if they have this, they had this training. I mean, they had these courses before, so maybe they will know. Let me tell you what are the courses I took. First, self-mind control. Second, advanced clinical hypnosis. And when I was doing advanced clinical hypnosis, I could even do it without speaking. Okay, and then I also what's it? It's called mantra yoga meditation. It taught me how to I was initiated and how to rotate the kundalini and so inside and out. I'm a reiki master, a life coach. Uh, Several things. Conversational hypnosis, a member of the American Association for Conversational Hypnotists. So these things all with training in group psychotherapy and with knowing how to live like an astronaut, completely selfless and outside oneself, all this I'm using together. So if people are talented and given to me, then I can train them. But if normal people just to say I'm doing a course and then the people cannot do the second part, well, I want, when I do something, I want it to be successful.
Of course.
I
And
took
do
many
you
other
think that
courses.
this
I don't
immediate
even
healing can
remember
actually
all of
be
them.
used to treat neurotic diseases and even sometimes trauma?
Yes, of course, I treat trauma. You know, and neurotics is one thing that when I'm speaking to a person on, I'm, I must try to arrive with him to forgiveness for himself in different stages. when he was a child, when he had wrong choice in marriage, when he had a problem in work or whatever. And also to choose to forgive anyone who hurted him intentionally or unintentionally, because like this, the relation with the past is healed. The person will not have conflicts inside. Suppose, for example, a person had a problem with one of his parents. But the parent, when he was a child, the parent is not there anymore, but the parent is inside. The image of the parent is inside himself, making conflicts inside of him
And
that
do you think
consume
the
his
healing can
energy.
change the family, social, or professional relations?
Everything in this, and can change it without making people against each other. I need people to have the inner peace, meaning even to forgive and to learn from problems. Take problems like learn from problems with constructive pain, because our mission in life, according to my understanding, is to grow psychologically and spiritually. And this, and through problems, we learn with constructive pain. So anything that was a problem for the person, it can help. His attitude is important. If he feels himself like he's a victim or he's self-pity or so, then he's not growing. But if he learns how to understand the background of the other people, like for example, if a narcissist person, if one of the parents was a narcissist, well, it maybe he was he was spoiled when by his parents. Maybe he was deprived during his past, so he learned to be self-centered, and he's not knowing that he's hurting other people while using them. So a
Yeah,
person
that is
has
a
to
great
forgive.
information that you have shared with us today, and I'm sure viewers, especially those who are not very keen to take medicines, would benefit from it. But I was thinking that considering you are a medical doctor, and then you served in Foreign Office as ambassador, there must have been something that instigated or gave the inspiration to change your career path to become a psychotherapist and a coach. So would you like to share that journey with us? Because I find it very interesting that a clinician doing a non-clinical, I mean, it may not necessarily be non-clinical, but of course, like, you're not actually using medicines to treat any physical or mental ailments. So if you don't mind sharing that with us, please. Thank you.
Oh, thank you very much. Yes, of course, I'm a life coach. I forgot also to say this, and quantum touch and many other disciplines. But in my life, I was always thinking of life like it's a mission to grow psychologically. One way of growing, I tried it in the 70s when group psychotherapy was introduced into Egypt as a volunteer, and I was chosen by one of the best psychiatrists to work with him. Um, it was helpful for me. I knew the positive and negative about me. I could have more um, better inner peace, understand people better without projections and so. But this was one way of growing, introspection. The other way was to work like a diplomat, live with other cultures, understand them, communicate with them, learn from them, exchange information. And this helped me very much to grow. It helped me very much to be able to understand uh, that to love all the people I worked with and to learn from them. And also it helped me to uh, that during this time I took many courses that were available in several countries. In my life, I met people of different religions, of different languages, of different countries, And for me, it made it easily for me to heal any person.
Right. So
So
lastly, what would be your message for the viewers regarding anyone who wants to actually contact you for the therapy, or even to have training with yourself? If you could give us all viewers a message.
yes, first I want to say that this method is it can be used for leader formation institutes. It can be used for excellence centers for in tourism. It can be used also in alternative medicine places. It can be used with different ways. But my message is that this gift is not for myself. It is to make to spread this, and to have better for the sake of science and mankind, to have people who are if I train people and this is spread, we are going to have better production. We are going to have better relations about from people. We are going to have more mature people. We are going to have peaceful societies. It will change the world. So I want my message is, please, this is not only for myself. I want to train trainers that are supplied by scientific institutes or universities, so that this will change the people life, physical and mental health. Because notice all this. It's not only for people who want to be leaders, but for people to treat neurotic disease, to eliminate traumas and psychosomatic disorders and negative habits like obesity, like smoking addiction or insomnia. So we'll have better people.
Thank you very
And
much,
I
Dr.
hope
Hadi,
that
for
through
the
your channel,
details of your revolutionary work that I'm sure will help a lot of our viewers and others worldwide. We hopefully will invite you again to share your work that you mentioned. You are a Reiki expert, because I'm sure there are a lot of people who would want to know about that as well. Thank you very much once again. So viewers, thank you very much for listening, and I hope that you have benefited from the work and the contribution Dr. Hadi has in treating people with some mental health problems, whether it is addiction or even diseases. So goodbye for now. We'll be back with another show next week. Thank you.